When breath subsides naturally, the mind follows into stillness. There is no need to manage life, to control it, to demand something from it, only to allow it. And then this is the moment where healing begins to happen through the system, not to it. And the breath that once kept you tethered to effort now carries you into being. And so this is why we go deep, always deep, because at the depth, every breath bows to stillness. And what remains is pure life, unguarded, undivided, and whole. And this is also why change starts to last, because the body, the whole system has learnt that safety exists in stillness, that the deepest release happens when you stop trying. That coherence is what remains when the system no longer needs to protect itself. And as the body remembers safety, the mind begins to listen differently. When the mind and nervous system, energetic system, consciousness begins to trust again, the mind is no longer required to lead. Thought can rest. It begins to move in harmony with sensation rather than dominating it. And this shift happens through direct felt experience, techniques that allow the body to anchor safety so that thought can finally quiet. The mind learns it can listen instead of interpret. And this is where mental stillness begins, as the natural byproduct of a coherent system. And so from this listening, awareness begins to sense something deeper, the field that connects every part of the system. And beneath the physical form lies the energetic structure of the self, layers that store energetic life moments, emotional residue in a sense, and subtle contractions. And these energetic layers respond only to precision and gentleness and timing. And soft, skilled, gentle techniques reach into these energetic layers without shock. And they allow the field to reorganize, releasing stored vibration while maintaining integrity and safety throughout the whole system, never demanding, never forcing, never controlling. And so as this occurs, you will start to feel warmth and waves or lightness, and the energetic system and field becomes coherent again, like an instrument being tuned. And so this coherence then radiates outward, and others can feel it, even if they cannot name it. And so when all the layers come into alignment, consciousness is no longer fragmented between the parts that do and the parts that hide. So you are no longer a mind observing a body or an energy watching itself move. There is only life, aware of itself through you in every moment. And we need to realize that stillness doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means everything is finally moving together. And stillness here is full participation in life without distortion. And it is what awakening points toward, wholeness. And that you are awake within the movement of life and flowing with it. Stillness is biological, it's psychological and energetic necessity. And without it, the system cannot fully repair. The body cannot fully restore. The mind cannot fully clarify. And the energetic system and field and consciousness cannot fully harmonize. And gentle techniques retrain the system to find its natural rhythm. They reminded that healing arises through alignment, through the quiet coherence that allows energy to move exactly as it needs to. And so we need to understand that it isn't relaxation, it's restoration, a system reorganizing itself beneath the surface of form. Stillness is the beginning of living fully aligned with life. Inside, spacious, grounded, rhythmic, beautiful. And outside, the world softens. Light appears different, sound becomes rounder, and people feel safer around you because your system no longer demands or defends. And then your breath slows, awareness deepens. You begin to move from the core, from life itself, through you. And then at this point, peace no longer feels fragile. It becomes your natural state. And this is really the turning point when the body finally trusts, when the whole system trusts. Thought becomes a companion. The mind listens. So stillness is no longer something you visit. It becomes how you exist in this moment and in this life.